In this grammar potlet, we're going to look at how you use the verb acabar de. Adding an infinitive to these two words allows you to say that you have just done something or that you had just done something when something else then happened. This has to be expressed in a particular way in Spanish.
Let's begin by looking at how to say have just. In English, this is the present perfect tense. Here's an example.
I have just finished my homework.
This isn't the case in Spanish. Instead, we use the present tense of the verb acabar de. That's acabo de in this case, as the subject is yo. We then add an infinitive. Remember, an infinitive is the form of the verb before it's changed. In this case, to translate the English into Spanish, we would say,
Acabo de terminar mis deberes.
Remember, the verb acabar de will change depending on the subject. Let's list the various forms now. We have
Acabo de, meaning I have just. Acabas de, meaning you have just, where you is singular and informal. Acaba de, meaning he, she, or it has just. It can also mean you have just, where you is singular and formal. Acabamos de, meaning we have just. Acabáis de, meaning you have just, where you is plural and informal. Acaban de, meaning they have just or you have just, where you is plural and formal.
Further examples include acabamos de verle, meaning we have just seen him, and acabas de mandarle un correo electrónico, meaning you have just sent him an email.
In order to say I had just, you follow the same process. The verb acabar de plus an infinitive. However, this time you put acabar de into the imperfect tense. An example would be
Acababan de volver de Madrid.
This means they had just returned from Madrid. We have the imperfect tense of acabar de here. It's acababan de, because the subject is ellos or ellas, they. The infinitive volver, meaning to return, follows it.
Once again, it's probably easiest to learn the various forms of acabar de in the imperfect. We have
Acababa de, meaning I had just. Acababas de, meaning you had just, where you is singular and formal. Acababa de, meaning he, she, or it had just. It can also mean you had just, where you is singular and formal. Acabábamos de, meaning we had just. Acababais de, meaning you had just, where you is plural and informal. Acababan de, meaning they had just or you had just, where you is plural and formal.
We'll leave it there for now. Try to form your own sentences describing what you have or had done. Buena suerte.